Hi everybody. So this is where I'm at today. I've just had the worst day. I've had a day that made me, for the first time, realize that I need heart surgery really bad. I was at my mum and dad's and trying to pack to go to have my angiogram tomorrow. And I have never felt, I can't even describe the way that I was feeling. It was like I could feel all of the blood pumping in my head and behind my eyes, and I was so dizzy. I drove to my mum's and then I had to be driven home. So we were spending a lot of time going, do I go into emergency now? This is not good. Maybe I should just go to Box Hill Hospital emergency department now, and then they'll admit me and make sure I'm not going to die overnight, and then they'll do the procedure tomorrow. I didn't want to do that. I would rather have spent my night sleeping here. I have to get up at 4:30 in the morning tomorrow to go to get this angiogram done. And so I'm going to try and get some sleep. I'm going to try and get some sleep soon. I contacted Larry, my little girl's dad, and he's picked, she's not a little girl, she's 15. He's picked her up. It's just me and her at home, and I was feeling so wrong that I started to get worried that if anything happened to me, that she was the only one that was there. And it's just too much for her. And it's I don't want to have to put her in that. She worries enough that I'm going through this. She sees how unwell I am. So because of how shit I feel, I suspect, I'm told I'm just going in for a day procedure tomorrow. I get the camera in my heart, they do what they can, and then they book me in for the surgery, depending on what they find. But because I've been so incapacitated because of this now, I fear that they're going to look at my heart and then they're going to say, you need to go straight to the Alfred. So I've packed my bag just in case. My girl's gone to her dad's for the night. The dog's gone to her dad's for the night. So it's just me and the cats, and look, I am so glad. I'm equal parts so glad that they found out what's going on. I can't tell you how horrible it is to be feeling so sick and having doctors say, oh, this is just you now, you know? And it wasn't just me, and there was something very wrong, and I wish they had have found it earlier, but it is what it is. But what I was thinking is I experience so much guilt. You know, my daughter goes to school. She's got friends. There's a group that all the parents are talking on, making plans. I feel so sad of what I've missed out on for the last number of years of my daughter. Like literally, I kill myself for her. I try to do everything. I'm half dead, and I'm throwing Halloween parties, and I'm doing all the things. But it's been I've struggled, and she knows that. And God, I hope she can just get her mum back, because we both deserve that. And sometimes I get jealous that, you know, mums are able to get together and do things, and there's birthday parties, and I miss out on everything. And it makes me feel so shit. And then I have to remind myself that it's just what it is. This is my thing in life, is dealing with health issues. It has been my whole life. I don't know what went wrong. I've got this family that's all amazingly healthy and sporty and functional and great. And then there's me, who anything that can go wrong, and I'm not kidding, has and will. And it's almost embarrassing. I kind of hide from people because I'm sick of going, oh, by the way, I'm having this, I'm having that. Oh, fuck, I'm having heart surgery now. It's endless. And it stops me from doing so much. And I have to be okay with that. It is what it is, you know. Far out. I could have cancer. I could be dying. There are people in far worse situations than me. And I I need to accept that. I need to stop beating myself up about it. The mum guilt. Honestly, you talk to any sick mum, and it's all about the kids, and the amazing guilt that you feel for just not being able to be a full person for them. It's awful, but it's not my fault, and it is what it is. So tomorrow is the angiogram. They give me a sedation, thank God, because they send a little thing up into my, either in my, from my arm or my groin, in up all of my, I don't know where they go. I don't really know what they do. I don't even know how they do this stuff, but they're going to go up there, and they've got a camera, and they inject dye, and they get to see all of the things and how they're working or not working. Oh my God. And then what I have, right, and a part of this disease is stenosis. So I've got a heart murmur. So basically my vein, one of my veins or arteries, or I don't know what they are, has almost blocked off because part of the bicuspid genetic condition I have, the valve wears out because it's only got two. Bicuspid is, most people have three valves on their aorta so that the blood can be pushed out of the heart, right? When you've got bicuspid, you're born with only two. So those two can't open like three. So they struggle for 50 odd years. And then you realize, and you get to my age, when they start to wear out, and and they just can't work anymore. So my heart is literally getting filled up with blood, but it can't get rid of the blood. And it's a freaking awful feeling. It's I've had this feeling on and off for my whole life, but it's gotten to the point now where it's constant. So it's always been there. I've never known what it was. Everyone's dismissed it. Every doctor's dismissed it. In fact, when I've said to every single doctor, my heart is hurting, they've almost scoffed at it. They've completely disregarded it. It's not going to be your heart. It'll be your ribs. It's like, I know my body. I know where my heart is. I know what it feels like. I know when it beats and when it hurts when it beats. And it, like, you spend my life telling me that it's not my heart that I'm feeling. And all along it was my heart that I'm feeling because it gets filled up with blood and it can't get rid of the blood. So I have to have, I hate this part. I even hate telling people about this part. I have a cow valve put in my heart. And now I realise what my girlfriend, she has a similar genetic heart condition, Lisa, one of my best mates, and she had to get, they used to give PIC valves. And I remember having a real dilemma with it because she's vegetarian and I was vegetarian at that time too. But ultimately she'd die without it and she got it. And now it's me facing that. And to be honest with you, I was vegan for years. I was vegetarian for years. Because of the amount of bleeding that I do, I cannot be vegetarian anymore. The last couple of years I've eaten meat because I have to, not because I want to. And so it sucks that a cow has to die so that I can live. Like, what the fuck? But what else do I do? I'm a mum and I've got to live, and I've just got to do it. So I just feel like everyone's out there having lives and I'm just in here hoping to God that this is in, that they can fix me. I'm so scared that they can't. I'm scared that it's too bad, that they're going to tell me it's something else. Um, I'm not, I have medical trauma, and I went to a new GP because of the medical trauma that I have. And I explained to her I've got medical trauma. And she immediately assumed that it was regarding procedures. Like I was scared of having things done to me that were painful or scary. And none of my medical trauma has anything to do with any of my conditions or the procedures that I've had. It has been to do with being disregarded by doctors for so long that I've lost my trust in many of our doctors. No systems are perfect. I know no people are perfect. But I've had some really shitty experiences in this 5 years trying to work out what this is. I've been treated really shit. And I really have been medically gaslit by doctors. And in the end, it's what I was saying all along. And that's the thing, I'm a vet nurse, right? I've been a vet nurse for 25 years. I know what it's like. I know what it's like when you know the conditions, you see these things every day, and then you have these people come in and they'll tell you what their animal's got because they've been on Google or, someone's told them. So when you go to a doctor with something, there's always that doctors don't like to be told what you think you might have or what might be wrong. There's an element, no, I'm not talking about all doctors, but a lot of doctors. There's an ego thing there. And I've actually seen it in myself a bit when it comes to people with their animals. Sometimes you think you know better because you do. In lots of cases, you see these kinds of things every day. And you deal with a lot of people every day. So when someone comes in to you saying, I think my cat's heart's got the, you don't listen. You listen, but you know the animal's body, you know the diseases they have, you know what they're prone to, you know the things. Me being treated the way I have by doctors has made me change the way I speak to, not that I'm working at the moment, but clients with animals when they come to me. Because being disregarded is just shit. And sometimes a person knows their body. Sometimes a person knows their dog. And sometimes you're wrong. And I had so many doctors that were wrong. And it cost me years. And some of it, it was like pride. It was really bad. And that's my trauma. That's my medical trauma. It's got nothing to do with pain. I don't care about that stuff. That stuff is, I'm good with that. I'm used to pain. It's the treatment, the interpersonal treatment between patient and doctors and nurses. And I've had some really shit experiences. I'm going to the best hospital in the world not the world, sorry, probably in Australia for hearts. Like they are the heart people. My ex had a heart transplant and he had it there 20 years ago. So I'm going to be in a different department. I know that heart people are amazing, but I'm scared to go because of the people, which is shit. Anyway, today has been so, like, can you tell? I'm glued to my bed. I can't lift a thing. Today has told me physically that I need my heart operation ASAP. So when I go in there tomorrow, I've packed my stuff. I'm taking it all with me, and I just have a little suspicion that I'm going to end up in hospital because I'm going to tell them how bad it was the last few days, and especially today. I was concerned to the point that I had to get rid of my daughter because I was worried that I might drop dead in the night and she'd find me. Oh my God, I feel so too young to be worrying about this, but I'm nearly 50. I'm probably not that young. I missed out on so much. And I just want to get my fucking life back. And I just hope this is it. So I've set my alarm for 4:30. I'm doing it, and just, yeah, wish me luck. Please. I'm not religious, but some thoughts and love would be good. I do also have a problem with the fact that they're going to crack my chest open. I'm not going to lie. The idea of waking up after that is scaring the shit out of me. But I'll deal with that when it happens. Okay, I'm going to bed. Bye.